Oh no, I'm way too low. We gotta fix the web. There we go. I'm in frame. Hey everybody, welcome back to another Monday night live stream. I hope you've all been well. I got a lot of positive reception when I put the word out. I was streaming Parasite Eve. Apparently it's a popular game or something. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a good week. I'm sure we'll play some fighters like Tekken or something again soon, but this is a game I've been meaning to revisit a long time. And somebody in the chat, maybe a few weeks ago, it might have been you, Jaime, was talking about how this was a good game and I should check it out. I don't remember, but you're right. It is a good game and I should check it out, so I'm going to. Disclaimer. Hey, Iko Van Joe. I don't know how to pronounce. Is that Dutch? Gosh, my what languages are spoken where in Europe is so bad. I believe you speak Dutch, and I believe that's a Dutch word for a sentence for I love you, but I'm sure I butchered the pronunciation, but I'm glad you're here. I left my Imagine clients turned on downstairs so I can increase the clan activity level in-game. Got a text from Channel Mod, Riven Mike. He's playing some RE8 with his wife. Gonna drop in later. Yeah, let's play some Parasite Eve. I'm excited. So just a disclaimer, I have played this before, but briefly. So when I was in college, I had a chance to play like maybe the first 30 minutes. That's been, goodness, probably 10 years ago now. So I've completely forgotten everything. So we're gonna play it now and see what it's like. I just had it on the save menu because if you leave, it's one of those games, if you leave it on the title screen, it will start playing the movie over and over again. I didn't want to do that. I just like leaving it on a screen so that you can see what the game is and you can get ready for the pre-stream or whatever. But anyway, we're not going to do the tutorial. We don't need a stinking tutorial. We'll just go straight to new game and check out what's going on. I actually brought extra liquid refreshment tonight. Usually I have just a small cup of water, which I drank within 10 minutes. But today I brought my root beer and my water, so I'm good to go. Let me know if the resolution is funky and I need to readjust. This looks okay to me in OBS, but if not, I'll fix it. Now this was made by Squaresoft in the 90s, around the time they were pumping out Final Fantasies for the PlayStation, so I expect graphically this to be a pretty sharp game. This looks just like Final Fantasy VIII. That's what this reminds me of. Like the style of these cutscenes. Probably a lot of the same staff worked on this, so I can see why. Oh yeah, this looks just like, it's like the Galbadia hotel segment. It looks just like it. I believe that's Aya, I believe is her name. Aya Bria is the protagonist of Parasite Eve 1 and 2. What's wrong? You're the one who wanted to come to the opera. Aya Bria, age 25, occupation, New York NYPD officer. We'll just stick with the default name for her. Parasect Steve. Hey Review Fox, how you doing? Can always count on Review Fox. Aren't you glad you decided to go out with me? I hope this guy gets combusted. I don't like this guy already. All right, let's see. Yeah, this feels very similar to Final Fantasy. So I've got a menu. I've got weapons. I've got armor. It looks very simplified. Like I've just got my one armor slot, my one weapon slot. Got some used items here. This looks fun. I think I'm going to enjoy this. I feel like there should be a run button, but maybe I just haven't unlocked it yet. Ernest Cole Fishing, my man, what's up? And this is EPSXE, Ike. I just use this to play all my old PlayStation games. It's easier to just run disk on an emulator than it is to run through, run like a, I don't know what you call it, stream cable or whatever, to these ancient consoles that I've got hooked up across the room. Just chilling, Ernest, huh? Just chilling? That sounds good. You not out there fishing Lake Minnetonka or something tonight? I'm still going to make that funny edit of one of your videos, but I'm probably going to have to get you to send me the raw footage, because apparently all the YouTube video downloaders got busted because YouTube didn't like people doing that. You have to defeat Brock to get the running shoes. Yeah, that's true. Too hot? What, are you a fisherman or not, Ernest? You can't quit fishing just because it's too hot. You don't see me complaining about, like, I can't stream video games inside tonight because it's too hot. Come on, Ernest, get over it. Look at this absolute Giga Chad here. Oh, he said Eva. That's the main villain, right? That's Eve. I bet they took that model out of one of the Final Fantasy games. A wizard with a staff. Come on. The music is really good. And Brock Lesnar. He does kind of look like Brock Lesnar. She is evil. Grab her. Burn her at the stake. Apparently the staff at Squaresoft at the time had figured out how to use caps lock, so they're just like peppering in those all capital words in there. I heard dandies were the Giga Chad back in the day. Well, I mean, honestly, because if you were a dandy, you could afford like dandy clothing. So of course you were the Chad. You know, you had the peasants over here wearing like sackcloth and ash. Couldn't afford whatever that guy's wearing. Oh, there's opera. There's a copyright strike. Thanks a lot, Squaresoft. Or were they Square Enix at this point? I don't remember. Oh, we've swapped to CGI. Suddenly, whoa! Did you guys catch the opera? The performance was fire. I'm sure this was high impact stuff at the time, but because it's that 90s Squaresoft CGI, it just makes it funny. Look how they run. Somebody make a gif of this, of me just laughing at all these people burning. And somebody clip that. Yep, I'm way past demonetization, Ernest. I'm way out there. No, it's not Lara Croft. You know I've never played a single Tomb Raider game. I've never played any of them. I never played the PlayStation one. I never played any of the new ones. Well, she's really burning down the house, huh? Talking Heads are going to be performing after this. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna do something. Just shoot her at you. Get out of here. I still can't run. I'm gonna have to check my control settings. She's built like Lara Croft though, am I right? What about her boyfriend? He was fine. Yeah, she's going to awaken to her second class. Your cells are trying to communicate. Oh gosh, I don't know what to do. Okay, I have an active bar, so I guess I have to wait. Okay, there we go. Haha. They made 2 of these and they tricked people into buying her, guys, a month after. You filthy swindler, Squaresoft. Okay, so this is kind of like a hybrid of Quest 64 and something else in that I can dodge attacks, but I have to like stop and do kind of like turn-based stuff. I also have a PE bar, which I guess is physical education. Reload. Reload. Our bodies are communicating with each other. Oh, I am so demonetized. I'm done. Eve. I don't think Squaresoft would claim footage of the game, but like whoever released the soundtrack probably would. Like a lot of times, like old video game soundtracks will get claimed by Pony Cannon and stuff like that because they release the soundtracks. Like a lot of like Bandai Namco 90s arcade games, they'll claim. I used some music from Dragon Saber in a review for a parody segment, and I'm pretty sure it got claimed. All right, I love you. Bye-bye. I hate it when they do that, where the perspective shifts, and so you just walk right back into the room where you went. Forget it. I want to check this crate over here because it's low resolution and it looks like there's something in it. Yeah, see? Using my video game knowledge. All these old PlayStation 1 games, that use pre-rendered backgrounds. If you see low poly objects, usually they can be interacted with. So if you're a new gamer, you can use that tip. That looks just like Aya, but like they just shrunk the model down. This is like if Squaresoft made Resident Evil. Even the music sounds like Resident Evil. Yep, locked doors in a hallway with a pre-rendered camera. This is definitely Resident Evil. If they're all locked, it turns into Silent Hill, where like one door out of 20 works. Do you have any Zantac? Oh, I remember when that happened to my pet rat. That was such a sad time. Oh, he's just like peeing all over the place. This is great. Hey, how you doing? What is this? Nice. The sequel to Digimon Tamers is wild. Ada, Hart, and sup everyone. Hey Mooski, how you doing? Glad you dropped by. Did Eve do that to the rat? What is going on here? It's tripping me out how they capitalize random words. It's like a 14-year-old who learned to type for the first... Oh, and look at this Giga Chad. Here, take everything. It's on the counter. There was an incident. You'll have to evacuate. You're kidding, right? Hey, I'm not dying here tonight. See ya! Is there a mod where you can play as that guy? That would really make my day. Inexplicably, there's 6 ammo rounds inside a locker in an opera house. It is New York City though, so I guess that makes sense. I think I would have enjoyed this game back in the day. This was fun. I wish I'd play. Oh! Crispy. So obviously only some people get combusted because the Jester guy made it, Aya made it, and that one other guy in the audience survived. I guess it's like Wesker. You gotta have the right genes to survive. Otherwise you're part of the total global saturation. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to help him. This dude's literally immolated, and she's like, wait, I'll call the paramedics. They'll shock you and bring you back to life. This dude's arm is like crisped in place. Yeah, he is like, let me call the paramedics. They'll help you. You better call the witch doctor to conduct a seance if you want to talk to that guy some more. Yep, definitely Silent Hill. All the doors are locked. Our house. Get off here, dude. Burning down the house. Okay, so we save at phones. That's good to know. Yeah, the guy's essentially meat, right? Day 1. Oh, hot, help, help. Nice. I do love a good game with keys to unlock doors, I tell you. Yeah, this is like Final Fantasy meets Resident Evil, and I'm loving it. And they actually bothered to program a reflection in the mirror. Nice. Thank you, New York City. Oh, we already went in this one. I need instructions. I don't guess there's a map. Oh yeah, she literally burns down the house. Explore, give me all the rooms. Oh, that's a new enemy. Yeah, they really were, and I think it's because they're not as detailed, and so you have to use your imagination, so your brain kind of fills in some of the gaps that the graphics leave behind. And so that makes them a little more interesting, at least in my humble opinion. Okay, this door probably just leads back into the hallway, yeah. I guess that's like a theater prop or something. Yeah, and I mean, you can have a great story with like 16-bit graphics. Some of those Super Nintendo RPGs are some of the best ones ever. Which is the best Final Fantasy on the Super Nintendo? What do you guys think? Oh, I one-shot those guys, man. I really like Final Fantasy IV, but if I had to choose, I'd probably pick 6. And that's Final Fantasy III if you're playing like the American version. But chronologically, it's Final Fantasy VI. I want to say I've seen an enemy with like the 3-pronged tail somewhere else that did look very similar to that. But I don't recall exactly where I saw it. I miss these old games where like they didn't highlight what you were supposed to do, so you just had to go around clicking on everything. Because it was always really satisfying to find something. Oh nice, I got some more armor. I got an N protector. It'll protect me from that crazy guy from Pokemon Black and White. I like Final Fantasy V the most since it requires you game the classes for exploits rather than magic. That's an interesting take. You could be being sarcastic, but that is a very good point. That you know, it's not just about like grinding up heavy magic. You actually want to like play around with the classes and figure out an optimal setup. So that's a good, respectable take. It kind of blew my mind at the end game to figure out that you could like towards the end of the game, the best class is no class at all, and you just take like all the other stuff that that you got and just use it on the no class so that you can mix and match. That was really interesting to me. I like that concept. So this ups the defense of my gear, but I'd hate to use it on a vest I get at the beginning of the game. Really need a map of this area. But I guess what's going to end up happening is I'm going to run out of space pretty quick. See, this looks like this should open over here, but... And if I'm about to miss like a missable secret or do something stupid, please feel free to jump in and backseat drive. I will not mind at all. Because I'm liable to spend just 15 minutes walking around this area looking for stuff. It's the Trent Gaming way. I feel like I need to do something with the bird in the other room. But I don't know what that would be. Or maybe these curtains in this room. Although I couldn't get them to open the other time. Well, that's good. I did notice that when I saved, it said day 1, so I assumed there were going to be like later chapters and things in this that divide up the game. Didn't mean to do that. Call in some backup. How about that? Come on, Aya, search the coat rack. Keep lying on that coat rack. That's what I should just stream every Monday night, is just stream Persona 1 on PSP. You guys would like that, right? Some quality dungeon crawlers. How did I go through all those doors twice and I didn't think to look at that one time? Oh no, he turned into evil Toucan Sam. Okay, I was expecting to find a key or something in there, not just more ammo. Because that's still locked. Playing this about like a game journalist. Funny you should say that, lady. I like how ambiguously she writes that. Like, I better take more medicine. Doesn't say what kind it is, what it is, anything. You work it, girl. You set that audience on fire. She must have a drug problem. Aya don't even care. She's like, she must have a drug problem. Here, we'll use some medicine, get some HP back. Am I really going to have to read all this to get that key again? They should have just put like a menu, like read diary and then like pick up key. I guess they didn't expect you to, a player so dumb as me is to have to go into every room twice and end up grinding a bunch of items. Because it worked so well the first time, Aya. Buster Poindexter would have a field day here. Aya like, what? Miss me with that science lesson. Super Mario RPG was fun. I've never finished it. I enjoyed it. The furthest I've ever gone in that game was the part where you're on the underwater ship and you have to do like that really dumb puzzle or whatever. And I always end up getting bored there and just stopping. But it's a good game. I enjoy it. When I was a kid, that was one of the first RPGs I ever played. I just rented it and I didn't understand what I was doing. I didn't even understand how to like use magic in battle until the second time I rented it. So I just went around attacking everything manually. So you kind of stand still and just like walk with the beam, I guess? Yeah. But I assume this is just like a storyline battle. What are you saying? I'm not capitalizing enough words. Melissa's plea transformation is bae. You're one sick puppy, Jaime. What? Where is this? He fights like a Grady as boss. Every time I see Aya's name, I think it's somebody going like, "Ay," but it's Aya, not A. Is it Aya or Aya? I guess it could be Aya. Aya Bria. I don't know. Yeah, everybody that played this game in the 90s was like, dang, I should have paid attention in 5th grade science. Where do you go, Melissa? How many dadgum stages do they have underground in this theater? It's getting a little bit out of hand. Pincer attack. Could I attack more than one enemy? Yeah, I can. Parasite powers have evolved. Nice. I assume that's what that SP menu is for. Or the PE menu, the physical education. Yeah, Jaime, I'm afraid you're right. There's always a sewer level. Ow. Note to self, don't get close to the frogs. Way to go. Why can't I hit this thing? Sensitive to cold. I have no such attack. Is that a new gun? Yeah. Sherry, wait. Well, don't run after her or anything, Aya. Aya's like, I ain't got time to run. I'm in heels. She ain't worried about that little girl. They like to hide items behind... what is the item in here, I wonder? I guess we'll come back for that. Watch it be a key item. Anthony Forbes, how you doing, man? The battle music is very groovy. Yeah, I like the battle music. It's cool. Square very rarely makes a bad battle theme, though. Oh, I gotta fight two of these nasty things? I really could stand to heal, too. goodness I found that upgraded gun. Oh no. Fix your tongue hitbox, Harada. Okay, thank you. Going with the fight on the area you're in for the battle system was a good choice because you cut down on a lot of load times that way. Although the random encounter rate on this is not too bad either. I'm getting hot again. Always so mysterious. Even Eve is disgusted by the sewer. Look at her holding her hands up. She's like, this is gross. Yo, this game is nasty. She turns into poop and goes through walls. So that means she can essentially take on any form she wants, and she chooses the one with the big creepy hands. Uh-oh, could this be a boss fight? Hold it, Dakrai, you're under arrest. It reminds me kind of Molly, actually. Hey girls not blue, how you doing? This franchise probably has the most inconsistent entries in tone, style, and quality, and I love it. Yeah, it's pretty chill, I like it. There are 2 targets. Well, thanks for that. I would assume the head is the weak point, but you know, there's probably some reason to attack the tail, maybe. But the head is closer, so with the heck, let's just attack the tail. Yeah, we definitely need to go for the tail first because the head's not taking much damage. Way to go, Aya. There you go. I've got somebody on my tail. Okay, the tail's dead. Now it's only letting me attack the head. How do you miss something that big twice in a row standing that close to it? Probably the same way you let it get that close to you and just smack you in the face. This is a very traditional RPG battle. It's just attack and heal, baby. Attack and heal. Got it. Yeah, Riven Mike, I was talking to him about this game earlier, and he told me the second game's combat system is a little bit different than the first. Slows enemy AT recharge, so yeah, we got slow. Picked up a Kevlar vest. This game is tight, man. They did a really good job on the main character's model, too. She looks a lot better than the model of, like, Squall in Final Fantasy VIII. Squall had a lot of that PS1 character model muddiness going on. I mean, and she does, too, to some extent, but not near as bad. Are you crazy? Jim, did you get this on tape? YouTube, this is root beer, by the way. Don't demonetize me for alcohol consumption. Scram, buddy. No Kaja this, no that. That was really something that happened back there. I'll say. Yeah, like look at her facial model and then compare it to like Squall Leonhardt. You know, there's that meme image that everybody always looks where it's the scene where they're at the dance and Renault's like, "You're the best looking guy here," and it's a screenshot of Squall's face. And it's so pixelated you can't tell what it is. I gotta find that image. Yeah, I do remember, if I remember correctly, there was an ad that used to run in GamePro magazine of Aya, and she had like the black dress that she has on now, and it was kind of, I won't really say risque, but it was obviously drawing attention to her figure, which she's supposed to be a pretty femme fatale lady or whatever, so that's fine. But yeah, she's a decent protagonist as far as I can tell. An hour or less into the game. I gotta find that. You're the best looking. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, Know Your Meme has it. Let me open the image. Hopefully this image will open in YouTube chat. Know Your Meme's funny about hot linking. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Gosh, yeah, compare that to Aya here. Big difference. He knows his dad's a cop. My boy understands. She's not asleep. Her eyes are wide open. If I'd been through something like that, I probably wouldn't sleep for like a week. Yeah, I mean, its face is just an absolute train wreck in that game. It's like, what even? But I will never forget it. It was pure terror, but that's like the first sentence in the game that didn't have like an all capitalized word in it somewhere. This looks like the city at the end of Space Station Silicon Valley. Day 2. Fusion. Will you save your progress? Sorry about that. I had to say goodnight to the kiddo. Her apartment burned down right after the incident. We have no info on her medication. Well, goodness, was there not a pharmacy like a CVS or something they could call? Oh, so it was ESP. Well, I mean, Aya's over here walking around scanning people and healing herself with her mind. Couldn't they just ask her? Hey, Ernest, welcome back. Good to have you back. He has trouble believing her report. There's like a whole theater full of burned corpses, like 2 blocks away. Go down to the weapons department and give this permit to Torres. He'll help you out. Sweet. Anytime the game gives you a weapon like that, you can't feel that good about it because it's like the developers intended for you to have this at this point in the game. I'm really digging the soundtrack of this game so far. I wonder who composed this. Had to watch Westworld. I've never watched that show. Is it good? Oh boy, more lockers for me to loot. We'll never know what that item was now because I can't store the other one. Hopefully that guy gets set on fire later so I can see what it is that he's playing with in that locker. This is some chill AF music right here. I'm enjoying this. I love it when they throw in little lines like that to help the player with something that the player character should already know, like where the weapons department is. Oh yeah, any of those like blockbuster level TV shows like Westworld and Game of Thrones and all that stuff, definitely not one for the kids. put that vest in there, and then later we can go back and get that item out of the locker. Cut the crap, Wayne. Where's Torres? Dadgummit, Wayne. Freaking Wayne, man. It's always Wayne. Get back to weapon storage. You're far from ready to be handling guns in here. I thought he said the dude was bald. This guy's not bald. Night, Ernest. Take care. Thanks for dropping by. If you guys like fishing or fishing games even, go check out Ernest Cole Fishing. One of the friends of the channel, a friend of mine. He'll walk you through what you need to do to get fishing with the best of them. Check him out. PS1 Astral Chain without the stand magic. You joke, but I actually own Astral Chain. That's another game I need to finish sometime. I bought that game to go on a work trip, and so I played it for like a week and didn't finish it. And when I got back, I just got busy doing other things and never finished it. Why not just mod the most powerful gun he can allow me to have? You can use your tool. I hate that they did that. I'll probably, if I like this game enough, I'll end up playing Parasite Eve too, but I hate the fact that they've dumbed it down. Number of added effects is slots in the equipment by getting your equipment modified at the NYPD Weapons Department. Okay, good. I can store stuff with this guy. Oh wait, we put that vest in there earlier. We don't need that. Sometimes removing RPG elements works out, and then sometimes it makes the game worse. Like when Mass Effect 2 dropped a lot of the more complicated mechanics from Mass Effect 1, that actually worked out pretty well for them. But sometimes you don't want to dumb it down. Oh, those dogs are going to end up being mutants by the end of this game, I can already tell. Oh, he plays real fishing. We've been talking forever about doing a collab where either I go fishing with him and upload it here, or like he comes and like plays Sega Bass Fishing or something with me. One day we'll get that worked out. It's just our schedules are both crazy. Fine. Attention, New York City Police Department. Man, I remember this room. This is the room where you burn the fireplace to get the jewel out of it. Yeah, I should introduce Ernest to Seaman on the Dreamcast. That sounds perfect. Oh crap, now I'm demonetized even worse. So whenever I emulate PS1 stuff, usually what I'm doing is just running the disk off of EPSXE, I think is the name of the emulator, because it has very good disk support, so you can just run the disk pretty easy. Oh boy, a cure poison. That means there's going to be poison later on. Great. That's another game I could get Ernest to play. We could do Seaman. We could do Sega Bass Fishing. There's a few other like fishing games. The one I played on the N64 was like, what is the name of that game? It's like Bassmasters Pro Tournament or something like that. But like you can make a character and like do a season of fishing. It's kind of interesting. Today on Meet the Press. Man, Chief already spreading lies. The Chief is fake news. She is very tired, and we are still investigating. Look at Aya here, fighting the system. Yeah, how about just an hour-long stream where me and Ernest just fish in Pokemon Blue and see who can catch the most Magikarps? This guy looks like Kingpin from Spider-Man. We've been playing this game an hour. Not one person has physically actually picked up a phone. Is it mitochondria? Look at Danny's science here. You mean the thing in the cell that makes energy from oxygen? It's 5th grade science, guys. What are they teaching you in New York? You got to know that like some Square Enix employee was sitting around on 1998 Wikipedia and read about mitochondria and was like, aha, I know what game I'm going to make next. It's down here. Can I go down here? Not like I could take anything I found with my inventory being full. Is that true, girls not blue, or are you trolling me? Not smarter than a 5th grader. Yeah, where's Jeff Foxworthy when I need him? He could help me figure this out. I do know there was a book. Did the person who wrote the book, like, was there a book and Square adapted it into a game, or was it the person? Okay, so it is true. Okay. Now that you mentioned it, I do know that there was a book, but I couldn't remember if there was the book first or the game first. I seem to recall reading about that some time ago. That there was a book based on this. It seems like there was a really crappy movie too that I remember seeing a used copy of for sale in GameStop. It's like maybe a C-level movie. Did he really just walk to the other end of that desk to tell me the same thing? Okay, it was adapted from the book. Okay, I figured it was something like that. Oh, whoa, 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 I got too many options here. I guess you can go back to old dungeons. Well, we haven't gone to the museum, so let's check out the museum. There's a Japanese movie and it's on YouTube for free. Well, that's a bad sign. If YouTube is willing to let you watch it for free. Dr. Clamp. He studies clamping mechanisms to hold stuff to workbenches. What do you mean it's odd to have a PhD and be working at a museum? That's like where the majority of people that have PhDs work. Every time you go to a museum in a movie, this is Dr. Such and Such. He's like, oh, have a PhD and be working at a museum? How dense can you people be? I am enjoying it. I wish we could get back to the combat part, though. I imagine crap's going to go down once we get to the museum, though. Well, obviously it's Christmas Day. Of course it's closed. They actually bothered to change the sound effect for the steps in the street. Good on them. What a cool dude. He just let us in, no questions asked. Except, why was he standing out in front of the building in broad daylight on Christmas Day holding a flashlight? I'll have time to search the whole room by the time he gets out of the way on those stairs. See, this is how they separate us so the monsters can come. The monsters are due on Maple Street. Let's save before the museum inevitably catches on fire. Yeah, Ocarina of Time automatically loses 10 points for me because of that section at the end where in Ganon's castle you walk on the ground next to the carpet and it still makes the carpet sound. It ruined the whole game for me. Hey, Riven Mike, how you doing? Good to see you. Did you thoroughly explain to your wife the lore of Resident Evil 8? I do love a good detective working the beat drama. Lately, I've been watching Bosch on Amazon Prime. That's a good show. If you guys got Amazon Prime, you should check out Bosch. That's a really good show. If you want another good cop show on Amazon Prime, check out In the Heat of the Night. That's a really solid show. And that show actually, I don't get political at all on my channel because it's everywhere else. I try to make this just a fun channel. But In the Heat of the Night does a really good job of tackling social issues with like police and poor communities. And it does it without beating you over the head. And it makes a good point from both perspectives. So that's an excellent show to check out. If you got Amazon Prime, check out Bosch. If you kind of want like a hard-boiled, like, just kind of a grizzled old detective trying to do the right thing. And then you can watch In the Heat of the Night is a really good series with Carol O'Connor. Yeah, fun fact, that was the movie In the Heat of the Night. The theme song was sung by Ray Charles, but for the TV show, it was sung by the guy from Chicago. I can't think of his name, but yeah. And I wish I could think of the name of the guy that plays Virgil Tibbs, because he does an awesome job in that show too, but I can't think of the actor's name. What is this? Again, that's a quote directly from Resident Evil. What is this? Oh yeah, Matlock. I've never sat down and watched Matlock, but I know it's got like octogenarian Andy Griffith in it, so it can't be that bad. The last time I had to go to the dentist, it was on, they have some TVs in some of the rooms at the dentist I go to, and Matlock was on, so it was probably somebody over 60 was in the room before me. Why do they keep capitalizing random words? And why is a guy in a museum working on mitochondria? Shouldn't he be studying like Egyptian vases or something? I guess it is a science museum. Do you? Well, no, I don't. The look those two gave each other says it all. They're like, this guy. We need Neil deGrasse Tyson to break this game down for us. Is this possible? This guy really gets excited about mitochondria. Thanks for the science lesson, dude, but I want some RPG combat. This is just a nice little exposition dump stuck in here. And Neil will take the fun out of it. Yeah, true. What? That PS1 animation back there, like the dude's like having a meltdown, waving his arms, and there's no sound whatsoever. Like Barrett in Final Fantasy VII, just flailing around, there's no sound whatsoever. So I need to go back to Carnegie Hall. I would assume I go to the police station and report back. Just another little driving cutscene here. The dialogue is definitely not as... The story is good, but the dialogue is not quite as refined as the Final Fantasy games, so I don't think they had as big a translation budget. Japanese games tend to suffer a little bit when they start talking about science jargon. Like Resident Evil 2 had a lot of that in it. The one on PlayStation. Well, that's good. I was headed back to the station anyway. He told you Santa wasn't real and spit in your fruit punch. Well, girls, maybe the real Santa was the friends that we made along the way. Yeah, they just don't make games. Like, games are so serious now. They don't make goofy stuff like this anymore. And I don't know if it's goofy because they were trying not to be goofy, but this is the graphics they had to work with, or if they legitimately didn't care and they were just being experimentative. Is that a word? At least we get to listen to this chill music again. Oh, okay, I've got to go to the Resident Evil 2 Jewel fireplace meeting room. Look at Aya walking in there fashionably late. Screw you, Baker. Here, we'll leave a medicine since we've got I don't think I actually have any weapon modifications yet. I know I added some slots to the gun he gave me, but I don't have any, like, actual modification items yet, or do I? Yeah, see, I don't have anything. Yeah, I think it's perfectly fine to kind of copy another game as a base, because if the game's good enough you want to emulate it, then maybe your game could be good too, and we'll have two good games. Yep, definitely NYPD. There's no gear shaft in that cop car. Central Park. I thought we were going to the theater. Come on, let me get to the action. Never played Deadly Towers. Oh, Fear Effect. I forgot all about that game. I never played Fear Effect either. I remember seeing all the ads in GamePro for it, but I never got to play it. It was like hallucination segments or something like that. I know they made like one sequel that was like a prequel or something. Oh, I didn't know there was a recent sequel. I thought they just made two back in the day. I didn't realize there was a recent one. It probably was bad, like you said, though, because I'd never heard of it. Oh yeah, this is why I found that anti-venom earlier. Why did it have to be snakes? Yeah, I'll have to check out Fear Effect. How's your work and life balance? Thanks for the Monday content. Pretty good. You know, I work just a standard kind of 8 to 5 kind of job, but I've been remote since the pandemic. They're saying that we're probably going to go back relatively soon. I could go back now if I wanted to because I've been vaccinated, but it's been fine. I generally try to keep my work day and my not work day separated. So I do my work for 8 hours and I put my work stuff away when it's not working hours anymore, unless like I have a meeting or something I have to go to, because that's one of the dangers of working from home, is that you will actually work more and you'll work too much if you're not careful. Because a lot of the times you'll just get bored and it's like, well, what else am I going to do? I'll just keep working. And before you know it, you've worked till like 6 or 7 o'clock. So not that there's anything wrong with that. You know, a good work ethic is a great thing. But when working from home, it's easy to forget that, hey, I should, you know, not work for a little bit. Of course, having a good family like I do helps, because, you know, they want my attention so I don't just keep working. But the stream is really one way I kind of separate that, even though I'm at home. That whole work-life thing. Junk. What's junk? I don't want junk. I enjoy the Monday night stream, you know, because I'm not really streaming for a living. I do enable my monetization and stuff, but I'm not streaming for a living, so there's not really a whole lot of pressure. I just kind of come up here and hang out with the regulars and play some fun games, so it's always fun to do. That beer effect and the weekend hangover. Hey, another desiccated corpse. You know when you buy like a new pair of pants and there's that little gel packet and it's like do not eat? Well, that's what happens if you eat one. Okay, my inventory being full is really getting to be a problem. I should have used the mod permit. I'm working on a few other non-live stream content things that you guys are going to enjoy as well. Conducting some research for a video right now. I'm guessing I want to avoid the big arm. Let's see, he tricked me. He attacked with the little arm. Am I out of bullets? Oh, because it shoots 3 at once. Okay, I didn't know that. Look, I'm going clubbing. Dang, that does a lot of damage. $23 sounds a little harsh for this point in the game. Of course, I can almost just like rapid fire with this thing equipped. Gummit. I didn't know we was going to get a boss level enemy encounter here. Do I have another gun with bullets left? That would be nice. See, I don't know if that's how many bullets is in the gun or if that's like the clip size. Okay, so just stay out of range and that attack misses. Okay, got him. 1 minute you're on your way to game 1 of the World Series. The next minute you're mutating and attacking an innocent woman in the courtyard with your newfound crescent moon arm. That happened to me one time. That's always the worst. At least he didn't like combust into flames like the other ones. Well, let's see. At least I picked up some bullettos. The enemies here have definitely picked up as far as how dangerous they are. Wait, bonus points. Okay, guys, I'm very upset. I'm very upset. You guys didn't tell me I had bonus points that I got to distribute. I've been walking around for like 5 levels now, getting all these bonus points that I can distribute. Wait a minute, I have 116. It takes 100 points to level up one of them once. Definitely. Do I want the item capacity? Yeah, we're going with the item capacity because we want to carry more bullets and healing items. Okay, I'm not as upset with you guys. The soundtrack is a banger. Yeah, it really is. I haven't run across a bad song in this yet. It's all good. I like the range on that gun, but the damage is bad. But the other one was just kind of eating up bullets, so. See, now that I've increased my inventory by a whopping 1, I can see what's in that container. Oh no, there's 2 of them. And one of the long arm John Silver dudes. Oh, come on. And it's a 90s game too, so I know I'm going to have to load from the checkpoint. Yeah, I've got to examine that system further and learn how to use it. Because it's costing me that I don't know how. Oh boy, we get to start back here, but it's okay because we know that we can use our BP to level up. Actually, we can't because we don't even have enough yet. That's okay. Okay, so tell me guys, is the number on the right of these guns, for example, this one, the M16A1, it says 16. Is that how many bullets it uses per like shot when you fire it off? Or is that how many bullets it has loaded in it right now? So far, my only complaint with this game is the inventory is kind of sparse. But now that I know how to increase the space, maybe it won't be so bad. No. No. All right, do we have BP now? I hope this is how it plays out next time I see a snake in my yard. Well, Ribbon Mike, if it's one of those snakes that takes you like 7 rounds to kill, you better just leave. Whenever we get a snake at the house growing up, my dad would go get the shotgun and be like, I'm gonna give this guy some lead medicine. Oh, you can upgrade your mitochondrial abilities too? Right now I've just got... Wait, can I upgrade this stuff? I'm so confused. Okay. Alright, what do I have equipped? I have this equipped right now, so... Oh, I can upgrade guns? This is amazing. This game is a lot deeper than I thought it was. That's really cool. That's animals for you, my man. Our dog is the same way. Oh, it's that stupid long-armed silver guy again, isn't it? No, just the bats. Look at it's freaking bats. Love Halloween. Yeah, I've heard of people catching snakes by mistake with glue traps. Funny story, several years ago at our old house, I was on my way home from work one day and my wife calls in a panic. And I was like, what's wrong? What's going on? And she's like, there's a snake in the house. I'm like, what do you mean there's a snake in the house? She's like, it's in the bathroom. I was like, well, did you kill it? And she's like, no, I opened the door and the snake was there. So I shut the door and just like ran the other direction. So I'm like, well, you know, there's a little crack under the door. The snake could just crawl out into the bedroom, right? She's like, well, I just saw it and I panicked and I shut the door and ran. And she's like, me and the kid, we're in the living room, like standing on top of the table waiting on you to get home. So I was like, okay, whatever, just leave the door closed. I'll go and I'll get home as fast as I can. So I drive a little faster. I get home. I go to our carport, I get the shovel because I'm just gonna like decapitate the thing. So I come home, I go to the bedroom first of all, check under the bed, make sure that the snake didn't like crawl under the door when they were, running away and get into the clothes or something. No snake. So I go and I kind of step back from the door and I peek and I look under and I think I see something. I'm like, okay, that must be the snake. So I get my shovel ready and I open the door. And there's the snake. It's laying right on the other side of the door, but it's already dead. So to this day, it's like the snake just got into the house and died. I have no idea what happened to it. It's so bizarre. It's like it just climbed up into the house through like a pipe or something, got on the floor, and then just keeled over dead. And so I just decapitated it there to be safe and just threw it out. No idea what happened to the snake. That was a dope origin story. Eris is great. I love Eris. Even after he stopped playing Tekken, he's still a quality streamer. Snakes are not overly common here unless you're like in the woods or you're around water. We have water moccasins. That's what you have to watch out for here is water moccasins. And I think some places have rattlesnakes, but I've never run into one of those. Just water moccasins as far as poison snakes goes. Of course, we have like garden snakes and things like that, but that's nothing to worry about. Why do I have to keep these keys that I can't use anymore? It looks like I should be able to just like drop these or something. Oh, and I have no ammo. Great. Don't worry about the snake. Worry about his son. How is my inventory full? I thought I just used something. You need a key. Well, heck, it's amazing that I even figured out you could move the bed. Can I look at the computer? No, I can't look at the computer. You probably can. I didn't try. I was so gung-ho about getting to the action part of the game. I really hope it's not Ninja Baseball Batman guy again. And it is, of course. Why does it let you fire if you have no bullets? That's incredibly dumb. So that's where all my bullets went. They got loaded into this gun. Who's that Pokemon? It's Pikachu! Ah! Yes, please give me that item capacity upgrade. Don't be afraid. What is Aya's Rage Art? It's probably broken, whatever it is. I don't need no stinking key. We don't need any stinking badges. Oh boy, it's two of them. Oh, this is the encounter that killed me last time. Yeah, 50 damage, 2 shots. How you feel about that? I wonder if I'll gain offensive Parasite Eve powers later. What's the catch? This gun is too OP. Give me all the items. "15 bullets." Fire blast. Here you go, Riven Mike. Here's your snake extermination. This time we got birds too. I knew that this was going to be a bad battle map because they're so close together. Dang, I leveled up. Hey, A, Molder B. Yeah, I'm getting all the bonus points now. Can I even upgrade my yeah, I can. Yeah, I learned disc poison. This is like the zoo level from Resident Evil 3. We'll take that gladly. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the junk. I assume you use it for like weapon modification later. Oh, that did terrible damage. Yes, give me all the ammo. It's time to play. Does poison persist after battle in this RPG? No, it does not. I met the creepy scientist guy at the museum who rambled on about mitochondria for 6 hours. But he didn't seem like he had a crush on Aya. He really just wanted to talk about mitochondria. He had a crush on Mitochondria. Against my better judgment, we'll store that. Just because we've got cure poison now. Look at her anime legs. Yeah, look at them PS1 legs. Is there a code like when you beat the game to swap outfits so like you can use the opera dress throughout the whole game or whatever outfit you want? It looks like a PS1 semi-survival horror type thing that they would do. Let's save since we made a little bit of progress. I want to say we leveled up like 2 times from fighting that guy. Inventory is always full. I really need to store this other gun. They didn't think anybody would play the game long enough to beat it. Sadly, that's kind of true with a lot of game developers these days, because now they have like the statistics for like who plays a game for how long because of online connectivity. And I think I saw something one time where the vast majority of people don't finish the games, they just buy them and never finish them. That's why the first part is always so good and the end part is always kind of meh. I wish I could put items in there. Can I go back to the police car at the beginning and like dump items off? That would be helpful. I don't know if you can break down the guns, but you can take the modded slots off of them and put better ones on there. I'm just going back the way I came. I think that long load time was to, or that little cinematic there was to disguise a load time, probably. Not the snakes. Snakes? I don't know no snakes. There are 2 guys in there. One of them just got blown away. Snakes and look at this guy, just this absolute Chad snake just homing in on me. Fast food games, that's a good way to put that. Drop an item here. Can I drop more than 1 item here? No, of course not. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a pick up and play game like Call of Duty or whatever, but I just wish we saw more like thoughtful games like this. I bet this movie would do okay. I hope Netflix makes a horrible anime out of it. There is a horrible movie out of it, apparently. You have to discard the gun or the rest of the parts. I figured it was a thing where like you had a bunch of different guns and you could like customize your favorite one. I assumed, and you know what that does. I'm thinking I'm going to need the item out of the drawer in here. That's why I went to do that. So I have space to get whatever this is in the drawer. Level up! Hey, thanks for reminding me about the stream views. Well, like I said, I'm not doing it for a living, so it doesn't hurt my feelings too bad. Yeah, I built my subscriber base mainly on Castlevania and old Mortal Kombat, so a lot of people I think don't tune in unless it's that, which is fine. If they do tune in, that's great. Maybe they'll get to see a new game. If they don't tune in, that's fine. We'll catch them next time we're doing some of that stuff. Yep, I knew it. There was a key. Okay. Now we can get into the zoo, which seems like an absolutely awful place to go to in the middle of a mitochondrial outbreak. Yeah, that's true. The majority of my viewers are American males between the age of like 18 and 40. Which is like, I think, just the average YouTube demographic at this point. Especially the gaming demographic, because there's a lot of classic gamers on here. Basically, my most viewed country is the United States. Obviously, and the second is like South America, just as a whole. I know South America isn't one country, by the way. I'm just saying the majority of second most views come from South America region. At least it gives you the opportunity to exchange. See, we'll just keep dumping it into our Kevlar here. And eventually we'll have a vest so powerful we won't take any damage at all. Making sure I didn't miss like a hidden path or anything over here. Well, that's disappointing. I thought when I found that zoo key, I thought it was going to lead to another area, but obviously not. No problemo. Yeah, next time I get a day off, I'm going to do another daytime stream. Those are always fun. We did well the last time I did a daytime stream. We beat Castlevania 64 with both characters in one sitting. That was a lot of fun. I didn't know that, but I'm not surprised. I did see where Japan, like all of their walkout music was from video games, which is really cool. Ow. I called BS on that attack. All the items. I wonder if there are guns later that can hit like multiple enemies in line of sight. That would be neat. It would also be nice if your second shot would retarget so that you're not wasting a turn on an enemy you kill. Again with the junk. See, if this were Resident Evil, there would be a puzzle here. You would click on the lion and you have to put a medallion in there or something. All the animals have escaped. Let's go in. Jaime Molinar with the big 5 and says, I got a good job as a sticky note. Thanks for streaming. You're very welcome. I do it for the fans. I do appreciate that. That's very kind. Very kind indeed. Still not used to the fact that people will sometimes tip money. It's incredible. I'm just playing games, hanging out. I'm having a good time. The third game is so bad. Is it as bad as that lady thought Mortal Kombat 1 was from last week's video? Review Fox says that Wayne guy likes junk. Maybe he needs 300 of them. Is that a hint? I like how they used a dead body to block this path off here. That's Third Birthday, right? Isn't that the name of that game? I know it was on like PSP or Vita or something. And I've heard multiple people say that game killed the franchise. Which is probably true because I haven't seen a new one. Oh look, there she is. Apparently she just walks around the city and floats around until Aya shows up. Is that like a tail or what is that thing down there? So they just called it Third Birthday. Oh no, my eye. It's got hot dog juice coming out of it. Oh, she turned the people into turds. This is perfect. I am so demonetized. This is great. I should call this game Poopy Eve. Well, it's a little bit late now, don't you think? Now that the audience is literally goop. She blows up the whole audience. Aya's like, I have to stop her. Thank goodness for the big A sign that says backstage, and I can just follow it. Do we got dim full health? How many times are you going to pull your gun on this thing and that doesn't work? Wee, I'll just run away. I assume she went this way. Oh, thanks for the heads up. Let me know when I get to that part. Yeah, it's a good thing nobody knows how demonetizing works. I don't know if we'll make it to that far in this playthrough. This map is terrible to fight enemies on. I don't want the junk, just give me the ammo. Okay, good to know. Yeah, usually like the demonetization stuff, like I don't know, because I was out of the game for so long. Like used to, anybody could monetize your YouTube account. You could just do it, but you still had to meet the threshold of payment, which was like $100. I believe it still is. Then Logan Paul and the thing with filming the suicide forest happened. And so basically they moved the goalpost back. So you had to have 1,000 subs and you had to have so many hours of view time to be eligible for monetization again. And so when you upload videos, like when I first got monetization back, you would just upload your video and then apply to monetize it and hope that it did. But now, like when I upload a video, there's a questionnaire it asked me. It's like, does your video contain any of the following? And I just have to go through this checklist and like choose like, no, it doesn't have naked people in it. No, it doesn't have like execution style slayings in it and that kind of stuff. And basically what they do is they check your video at some point, and if you answered those questions correctly, your accuracy rating goes up. And as your rating goes up, they essentially just trust you to be like, yeah, my video's fine, dog, for advertisers. And so your video gets monetized faster. But I don't really see how it could be any faster than it already is, because usually, like, when I upload a video, the monetization's approved within 20 minutes. If that. Which, I mean, I guess is a lot if you're really relying on that first few minutes of a new video for revenue, but where I am now, it's not that big of a deal. But nobody knows how it works. Like, So like one of the first things I put on YouTube, like over 10 years ago, was I did a Let's Play of Castlevania 2 on the Game Boy, and I had to split it into 5 parts because in those days you could only upload... Oh, I can drop an item here. You could only upload 10 minutes or less. And so that video is in like 5 parts. And all of them are monetized except like part 3, and that video is ineligible for monetization. I have no idea why. There's no explanation given. There's no like, hey, the content from here to here makes it ineligible. It's just straight up like, this isn't eligible, sorry. And I can't contest it if I remember correctly. The game wants me to go down there, so I'm gonna go over here. See if there's any like little breadcrumb trail of items or whatever. It is, but it isn't. Like, if you're like me and you're primarily doing it for the fun and the lulz, it's okay. But if you were... I could see how it could be very scary if, like, this was your income and your insurance and, you know, everything, and you were one wrong move away from somebody, like, copyright striking you or demonetizing your video or whatever it is. Usually my copyright claim stuff is just like overzealous game soundtrack owners or mistakes. Like that video where I played around of Weakest Link on PlayStation, there's another channel that plays like game show video games. And his network had claimed my video because of the visual content. Because, I mean, we were playing the exact same game, so the cutscenes were going to be the same, and the music was going to be the same. And so they claimed my video on his behalf. And I wasn't even getting advertising revenue off of that video, I just had it up there. But I sent the guy a message and I never heard back, but like a day later, the video claim was gone. So obviously he got in touch with his network for me. I guess networks are still a thing. Like, I remember when people first started making money on YouTube, you would have to get a network. And it's like your network would basically like insulate you from false copyright claims and things. But now it seems like even if you are in a network, you can still get that stuff. Bad actors in the chat. Of my apology videos, yeah. I'll probably screw up something eventually and have to apologize for it. Should probably take out the big dangerous one first, eh? Come on, Aya, charge up. Oh, you're gonna give me 30 health back? There we go. I always heard machinima was one of the not so good ones to have. Just as far as like your cut, their cut, and the kind of stuff that they would require of you. Are they even still around? I thought they shut down. I have an Instagram, but I don't ever post anything on it because Instagram is a dumpster fire. And no, I don't mess with TikTok. TikTok is also a dumpster fire. All the good TikToks just end up on YouTube Shorts anyway, so there's no reason to download it. I deleted most of the social media stuff I had from my phone. Like I kept the account so that I could still look at them if I needed to. But I deleted like the app. And I got my life back, so that was nice. Like I removed from my phone, I deleted Facebook, I deleted the Reddit app, I deleted Instagram app. Just deleted it all. Like if you don't realize how much time you spend, like, you know, I'd be sitting at work, or I'd be sitting, you know, at a restaurant, whatever, just be sitting somewhere, and like when your brain is not occupied, what's the first thing you do? You reach for your phone, you pull out Facebook, you start scrolling. And one day I was like, I'm wasting too much time doing this. Boy, that heal one sucks now. And so I was like, I don't need this. So I deleted the Facebook app. And I mean, I still have an account. So if I want to get on Facebook and look at it, I can. But I'm not like addicted to my phone now, which is super nice. I deleted the Reddit app because Reddit is just a dumpster fire. Deleted Twitter. I hate Twitter anyway. Like I said, just keep the account, but delete the app. And that way your brain is like, okay, if I really want to look at Facebook, I'll just get on the computer and do it. But at the same time, you're not going to be just tempted to just sit there and stare at Facebook on your phone all the time. This Facebook is a waste of time. I keep Messenger around just because I can like talk to old friends on there, but Messenger's not really like content, so it doesn't draw your attention. But yeah, if you got the guts, try it. Delete the Facebook app from your phone. Keep Messenger, delete the app. See how much time you get back. It'll surprise you. That's exactly what Twitter is. And what I hate is that everybody thinks Twitter matters. I saw some statistics one time, like in the United States alone, less than, I don't know, maybe less than 15% of the entire country has a Twitter. And yet, if enough people get angry about something on Twitter, there are people that will just like roll over and bend over backwards for whatever it is Twitter is mad about. It's like, who cares? Don't hold yourself hostage to this very vocal fan base. That's another one. I think I deleted the app, but I kept the account. Just because occasionally I message game developers and stuff on there for interviews and things. So that's how I met, or I didn't meet, but I talked to Hajime Ito, from the guy that directed Daraku Tenchi. Is his name Hajime Ito? It's really late. I think I got the wrong name. But anyway, he followed me back on Twitter, so like I nerded out that day. Where am I supposed to be going? But Twitter and Facebook statuses will get you into trouble because it's essentially like a conversation with nobody. So like these dumb thoughts pop in your head and you're like, oh, let me go tweet that. Well, it's like nobody's asking for this, so you're just throwing an opinion into the void. And usually there's people on the other end of that void ready to be offended, so that's a bad combination. Is that supposed to be like a coil of snakes? Or, like, what the heck is that? It's like a big pine cone? I don't... Snakes? I don't know no snakes. Oh, that's lame. Put me in the encounter right as I head to the save point. Ow. Hey, I leveled up. I learned barrier. Now I have barrier protection. Twitter acts like a bastion of justice and morality, but really is just people tripping over themselves to shout down anyone with a dissenting viewpoint to feed their savior complex. Well spoken, my man. Unfortunately, you're now canceled. Sorry, but well spoken nonetheless. Oh, I thought that was like a path up there. Are you talking about like the old 90s series produced by the Canadian Nickelodeon branch of Are You Afraid of the Dark? Or are you talking about like the new one, the reboot? Oh gosh, is this a boss? Why is my health so low? It's a good thing I saved because gotta get at least some health back. Let's kill that one. That's annoying. Give me that crit. Got one of them. Oh, I didn't know we could melee attack. Changing the rules of engagement. I gotta use my physical education powers. I do like that your PE power recharges over time. So it's not like Final Fantasy where you're almost scared to use your MP and your special abilities because it's so hard to get MP back. That's a very tight balance to make something useful such that you want to use it, but not so useful that you're afraid to use it because you might need it later. That's a very difficult balance to pull off in a game like this. And thus far, they've done a good job with it. Because I've never felt like afraid to use my Parasite Eve powers. Got another one. And I've even got some more I haven't had to use yet, like the barrier and that type of thing. They got them bullet hell shooter hitboxes on some of these projectiles. Lost another one to Ditech. Got him. Oh, that's a new attack. How do you avoid that? Maybe you don't. Nice. I want to say Jessica Alba was actually on an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark? Boy, she really stepped up in her career, didn't she? Jessica Alba was in Alex Smack on Nickelodeon. Let's go back and save just in case they blindside us with something. Freaking Pete and Pete. Oh, here's a show you forgot about on Nickelodeon. The Mystery Files of Shelby Woo. You remember that show? Me and the Mrs. tried to watch an episode of that show the other day just to see if it was as good as we remembered. Nah. Unfortunately, that's the truth about most kid shows. My girlfriend can talk. Yeah, a lot of them can. Oh crap, Space Cases was my jam, man. I love some Space Cases. And that was a heartbreaker when they took Catalina off the show and replaced her with Susie. Really, Aya? Are you really going to get in there? Mate came to your high school. I remember Salute Your Shorts, but by the time I was getting old enough to have like memory and watch Nickelodeon, it was on its way out. It was one of those shows that when I turned it over there and Salute Your Shorts was on, I did something else because I didn't care for it. I was too young to appreciate non-cartoon shows. I didn't like live action at that point. See, this is why I saved, because they're going to put me in a fight with Eve in the back of a horse-drawn carriage with like no space to maneuver. Can I have heal 3 yet? How were you supposed to dodge that? That barrier does seem handy, just straight up nulls damage. Some Ghost Rider stuff going on at the front of this carriage. Imagine Eve just like walking off, like, smell you later, Aya. Oh yeah, Hey Dude was stupid boring. I never liked Hey Dude. Yeah, we lose a lot of folks to Twitter. There's no grace in Twitter, like, for all their supposed moral outrage about like trying to make the world a better place by destroying people. There's no grace. There's no forgiveness. And that's how you know they're really just angry people. They don't really want anything to be better. They just want to be angry. And then the kid wasn't even in the park the whole time. Did she weird as in on fire? Yeah, I think that this would be a situation the Army would definitely be getting involved in. We lost Roseanne to Ambien. Oof, not JPEG. Kath. Oh, Kathy. I swear if anything happens to that dog before the end of this game, you were scared of Pegant women because of this game. Yeah, they didn't have the budget to put turning animations in there. Oh, it's Shiva from Mortal Kombat. She's going to grow 4 arms. Did you see that police officer just stop that taxi with his bare hands? What a Chad. See, now everything's going to turn into Resident Evil 3 Nemesis Raccoon City. You won't even find a cat on this street. Oh, that's the scientist guy from earlier. Nanda Nihonjin desu ka? Chotto dake ne, dare desu ka? So he can literally speak Japanese, and then the guy tries to answer in English. And then, of course, the guy who is being xenophobic gets set on fire. Otacon. Oh yeah, Brian Glenn is really short. They digitally made him taller. Something tells me that guy's going to end up being the key to all of it. Like, Aya's going to have to meet that guy and figure out what to do about Eve. Awfully bright. Remember that time I had to play Mortal Kombat Mythologies? That was terrible. Thank goodness we're playing this game now. Dang, turn the tinting down, guys. You can't even read the text, the background. There we go. I don't know if burning a barrel indoors is the safest thing to do. Did you not see that gigantic gelatinous mass? They turned into the people from the season 3 of Stranger Things out there. Oh, now he speaks enough English. He can explain this, but he couldn't introduce himself earlier. That's a big jump from growing some cells in a test tube to mitochondria taking over your body. I'm still worried about Aya and the gang getting carbon monoxide poisoning because they're burning a barrel indoors. Maybe Aya got some of the other organs from the lady. Clean coal. He has wood. It's super safe. If I check the fire 50 times, I find a pick of Rebecca Chambers. Oh, and she has cure poison, so she's fine. I thought he was just going to walk through the door for a second, but he finally opened it. What if Aya turns around and she's that that guy with the gigantic nose from those creepy nasal spray commercials in the 90s? Okay, this room would be like full of carbon monoxide by now. Day 3, selection. Yes. There's 6 days, I believe. I'm not sure how long each day is, but we're halfway there day-wise at least. Okay, thank goodness she put that fire out. They're giving me 30 bullets. There must be some nasty stuff ahead. Who would have played Aya? Maybe Cameron Diaz. She was pretty good in the 90s. This poor guy was just out here sleeping on the street. I played a game or two. I mean, there's not really puzzles. There's a few, like, figure out the order you need to go to the rooms, so. There's a lot of bright colors in that police car. It's like ketchup and mustard bottles for the lights on top. I thought they wanted me to get into the car, but I guess they just want me to walk over there. Who are you? What are you doing here? Holy, she's standing right there, dude. That's definitely not gun safety 101. Never point the gun at anything you aren't okay with it dying. That's literally the first thing they tell you when you start learning how to use a firearm. And this guy's just like, here, let me fire this weapon like 2 feet from my partner. Picked up a club, picked up an M11, picked up an ammo 15, picked up my inventory's full again. Probably discard club 1 because we got club 2. We haven't picked up any new armor in a while. I literally just got it out of my mouth. The game's like, you want some new armor? Here's some new armor. And it's better in literally every other way. It's like that scene from Ernest Goes to Camp where the guy shoots him point blank and nothing happens. Sounds like your friend should just stay away from guns. The force is strong. My karate sensei in college used to be really into guns and shooting, or at least her husband was. And so they would host a seminar at their house for karate every year, and there would always be a lot of people that would bring guns and shoot them. So that was kind of my first introduction to guns and gun safety and the like. Why can I not store the keys? That seems really dumb that these keys you don't need just kind of become a hindrance to your weapons. I think we got everything here, except for the hundreds and hundreds of weapons under the counter there. It's like you said, you gotta check pixel perfect in here though. What a tool. Pandanator says smiley symbol. Smiley symbol to you too, Pandanator. Your inventory is full. My inventory is always full in this game. I got some junk for some junk. I was in my dad's arms when he was shot in a drive-by. He was also stabbed in the heart with an ice pick in his sleep. He refuses to die. I would say so, man. Is your dad like Robert Patrick from Terminator? You guys ought to consider moving. Alright, now I actually can get in the car. How do I get in the car? I literally can't get in the car. Jaime with the $10. That's a new record. That's very kind. Thank you very much. I'm using OBS. It's very simple. Like I said, most of my PlayStation games, what I do is I just run the disc off an emulator. Because it's much easier than using like some sort of adapter like Stream Card or Stream Cable or something like that. So you just run the disc off EPSXE, which is a great emulator, and then you just use OBS to capture the window. Drop my remote. So that's kind of a weird quirk. Like, they make you think it's time to get in the car, but this guy tells you about the pharmacy, so obviously they want me to go down here and stock up on this stuff too. What would be the name of this if it was a Law and Order show? Law and Order? Stream time is coming to an end, so we'll probably search this area and save with that phone there. I do want to pick this run up again next week. This has been a fun game. We're already on day 3, so we might as well power through to the end of it. I need to look into when that naked boss shows up so I can make sure to put something on screen to cover that up. It looks like this game follows a consistent pattern of like a little section where you walk around and talk to people, and then like an action section. Critical evasion percentage by 1. If we finish this one and things go well, yeah, sure, why not? Like I said, you can never tell with YouTube. Like, you could do something completely innocuous and them think, oh, this isn't advertiser friendly, and then you can do something that you know, is bad, and then it slipped through. You never know. Like, I was worried when I did the review of all the Tekken 2 endings that they would slap me for Anna's ending in Tekken 2 because there's like implied nudity in there or whatever. But Monetized it within minutes, never heard anything back. I'm not really so much worried about the demonetization as I just don't want to get like any community behavior strikes or whatever. Those are bad. Yeah, why don't we save here, and then next week we'll start chapter 3 in earnest. What do you mean my inventory's full? I can't even save the game? How many blood pressure points do I have? Not enough to increase capacity, that's for sure. Ooh, a plus defense. Now we saved a lot of space. Hopefully my ability to dodge keeps up throughout the end of the game since I'm burning up a lot of these items. Oh yeah, Nina and Tekken 3, like the censored one, yeah. And I'm glad you reminded me of that because we'll have to bring that up once I get to Tekken 3 and cover the Tekken 3 endings to discuss their canonicity. That's just one of many video projects I have mulling around in the old noodle I've got to get around to doing. Yeah, let's go ahead and save right here. Just very quickly, I'm going to check game FAQs. Just curious. Any of you folks in the chat that have played this know how much longer the game has? I'm just curious. And apparently there's like a EX game thing at the end with a Chrysler building or something like that. I doubt I play the game through twice on stream, but if it does well and the extra content is worth it, I could always play through the game again in my off time and then do the extra content. Looks like we get to fight Eve a lot more, which is great. There's a giant crab later. Okay, there's day 3, day 4. Yeah, we definitely could probably finish this on stream. This game doesn't seem to be that long at all. I can just do some grinding if I need to, if we get stuck at a boss. Review Fox says there's like 6 to 7 days and the EX game is for the true ending. Yeah, it looks like you have to do one of those like 100 floor dungeons or something to do that. I'll look into it. Maybe once we finish this, I'll like do the new game plus off stream and then just do like the epic final boss or whatever it is for the true ending, and then we can start the sequel or something like that. But this has been fun. I'm glad this game was recommended. I'm going to call it a night for now because it's the end of stream time. I don't want to spoil you guys with too much good content here. But thanks so much for watching, guys. There were donations tonight, which is still strange to me that people would pay to see me play this crap. yeah, we'll be back next week. I definitely want to finish this. I want to see where the story goes. I want to make sure Shiva the dog is okay, and we want to finish out Parasite Eve 1. So if you guys aren't, if anybody's watching and you're not a member of the Terensu and Pals Discord, please do drop by. I'll drop an invite. It's free. There's no membership fee or anything. Just come by and chat it up and tell me what you'd like to see on the channel, what games. Tell me how bad the videos are. We appreciate all of it. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a good night. Have a safe week. Take care. We'll see you here next time.